if there's a sleeper team in this bracket, Greg, I think it might be BYU. And the Cougars have been a red-hot team down the stretch. If you look at the teams that played the best basketball since the beginning of February, BYU's on that list. BYU VCU is a hell of a matchup, though, and it's no lock that BYU is going to be able to take out VCU in that game on Thursday in Denver. So even though BYU is my somewhat sleeper pick to make a run to the Elite Eight or maybe have a shot at the Final Four, this first-round matchup is a hell of a tough one for the Cougars. BYU 3-point favorites, total of 144. That's probably about where you made the number.
I actually made BYU closer to a 5.5-point favorite.
Really, 5.5?
The big key is this game is being played in Denver. This game is being played at elevation. BYU is used to it. VCU is not. And with both of these teams, you mentioned BYU has been playing well down the stretch. VCU has been as well. Like, this VCU team is so balanced. Top 5 team in the country in points allowed on a per possession basis. They do a tremendous job of being able to generate turnovers, but I do think that Igor Demeen, what he's been able to do for BYU, doesn't necessarily shoot the ball the greatest, but he's just been a steady Eddie point guard, and then Richie Saunders has been one of the best shooters in all of college basketball this year, shooting well north of 40% from three-point. This is a VCU team that they take a little bit of a fall off with that three-point shooting defense when they're away from home, and with BYU, they should be able to win the battle down low. VCU has been a top 10 team in terms of rebound percentage. Jack Clark has been so good for them. He was a part of the NC State and Clemson teams that made the NCAA tournament in the last 2 years. But when you've got Keba Kita and what he's able to do down low along Fusani Traore, these guys combine for 14 rebounds per game. I think that's going to be too much for BYU. BYU relatively solid at the free throw line late in games as well. So I'm a little late here with BYU. Would be willing to go up to a 5.
All right. I like BYU in this matchup. Again, it's team that scores 81 points a game, shoots the three at 37.5%. Richie Saunders, Igor Demeen, 2 big-time players. Greg, I think this BYU team could make an Elite Eight run. So I'm going to say that's my sleeper.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.